Shalom. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakudash, double honors, and to the apostles and other bishops of great millstone who rule well and who has surrounded us in truth. This is for the whole elect of Israel, which are you so called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and you speckled birds that scattered across the four corners of the earth, mingle within the other nations to make it look like the other heathen nations. If this word resonate with you, your lineage go back from your father's side to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You are the true Hebrew Israelites, which the Bible speaks of. The name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh. Yahweh, He exists. The name of His beloved Son is Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai, the Savior, the Deliverer. This is the Brother of the Rock from GMS Detroit camp. We're going to watch a short video from the Hebrew Hub that sums up everything that's happening right now. And it's only for the elect's sake. Okay, as a matter of fact, the lesson is going to be called for the elect's sake. The days are shortened, and last days prophecy. Okay, so with that being said, we're going to watch this short video pursuant to the 1976 Copyright Act under Section 107. Fair use, fair use. I'm not making any monetary gain from this. This is for educational purposes only. Okay, there's a lot going on around the world, as you can see. That's why the days are being shortened by Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai for the elect's sake. You have in the Guardian, you have rising poverty in conflict zones, causes a billion people to go hungry. Okay, that's through the World Bank. Okay, you got Greece, top diplomat calls war and Gaza a nightmare. Okay, these are articles of things that are happening in the last days. Okay, rising poverty and conflict. All right, then you have all of these things are signs. Okay, all of these things are signs. You have America pessimism about the economy cuts across political lines. That's in the Guardian as well. And these were just published in October. This is now November. Okay, America pessimism about the economy cuts across political lines. Donald DJ Nero is not making America feel great again. 9 months into the second DJ Nero administration, Americans are feeling pretty crummy. More than half, 53%, believe the economy is worsening, according to the latest survey conducted by Harris for The Guardian. And now you know that the SNAP benefits has been cut, okay, and they're going back and forth off and on, but this is designed like that to get you people in an uproar, and that's, with that being said, that's prophecy, okay? This is all prophecy. The times, the days are getting short, okay? You got U.S. consumer confidence declines again as Americans worry about inflation in the job market. Okay, and this is from PBS News. Okay, you got a lot of layoffs. Okay, AI is taking over. Amazon, you got big stores closing, shutting down. Okay, unemployment is at a high rate, and they're not being replaced, but with robots, with AI. Okay, the troops are not getting not eating. Okay, you got a lot of benefits going over there, welfare benefits actually from here going over there to the so-called Middle East. Okay, you got veterans here that's not receiving benefits, but yet most of that money is going over there to the so-called Middle East to those troops. These things are happening. This is a sign that the days are getting shorter for the elect's sake because Esau's kingdom is spiraling out of control. He thinks it is in control, but it's out of control, and it's out through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Okay, you got National Guard in each state. It's ordered to create quick reaction forces trained in civil unrest. This is what they're getting prepared for. Okay, civil unrest. Okay, because that switch is about to be flipped pretty soon. Okay, so they elect Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Hear this word today. The days are being shortened for your sakes. Okay, the events unfolding in Babylon and Great America and across the United States, in the United Kingdom, and across the nations. These are the signs of the last days. Okay, that's what's happening. Okay, all right, and as it says in Matthew 24 and 22, and except those days should be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Okay, so the days of tribulation take us trouble. That's what we are now of human dominion are being accelerated. Okay, the elect are the reason. The Heavenly Father Yahweh in the house has hastened in the time. Chaos, unrest, famine, and war. All of these are signals. Okay, the days are shortened for the elect will survive. Okay, so that the elect will survive. All right, and go and ye shall receive. Pray for a few days unto you that they might be shortened. The kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch, that's the second Ezra 2 and 13. Okay, the kingdom is already prepared. The elect must remain vigilant. Prayer shorten this, shorten the days. That's our protection. Okay. All right. So there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress the nations and perplexity. With perplexity, Salakia. The sea and the waves roaring, men's hearts failing them for fear. That's in Luke 21. Okay. Verse 25 to 26. So the world is groaning. You got economic collapse, pandemics, and natural disasters. These are the birth pains. Okay, then answered he me and said, the more thou searchest, the more thou shalt marvel, for the world hasted fast to pass away, and cannot comprehend the things that are promised to the righteous in the time to come. And this is Ezra asking questions to Uriel about the end of the wicked kingdom, and the righteous kingdom coming in. Okay, 2 Ezra 4:26 through 27 in the Apocryphal Bible. Okay, so the world is accelerating to its end. The righteous, the elect, okay, have promised salvation and protection. Okay, so the U.S. economy, consumer confidence declining. Okay, inflation rising. Many are struggling with poverty. Okay, that's at pbs.org. King's protests across 50 states. We've seen that. Rejecting authority and demonstrating civil unrest. That's in the Guardian. Okay, all of these are receipts of what's happening as the signs of the times. Okay, and the day is speeding up for Esau's the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. That's 2 Ezra 6 and 9. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. Obadiah 1 and 18. Okay, so Esau represents the worldly system, the rich and elite international banking families, the Rothschilds, the DuPonts, the Gettys, and etc. Okay, this ruler of Babylon the Great, aka America, and other powers of human dominion. Okay, the stubble of Esau will be consumed. His rule will not stand, and in the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. That's in the book of Daniel, chapter 2 and verse 44. Okay, so the kingdom of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh is prepared. The elect will inherit it. Okay, you got military and civil unrest. That's the National Guard. Every state and territory ordered to create quick reaction forces for civil unrest. That's in military.com. Okay, in the confirmed cities, that's Los Angeles, Washington, D.C., Chicago, Portland, Memphis. You can find that information in the WashingtonPost.com. Okay, UK border force militarized. Okay, you got the UK border force militarized. Civil liberties under pressure. That's in the Guardian.com. Okay, so and that knowing the time, that now it's high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. Okay, that's in Romans 13:11. See, the scriptures back up what's going on, prophecies. That's measuring the time. Okay, matching up the events to the prophecies. Okay, so awake elect the time is short. Observe the signs in the nations. Okay, you got civil unrest, militarization, economic collapse. All these mark the shortening of days. Okay, for the vision to shift for an appointed time. But at the end, it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. That's in Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. Okay, that appointed time is now. The kingdom will come, and the elect will be delivered. Okay, again, okay, you got the Pentagon readying thousands of National Guard reaction forces to respond to civil unrest. That's in the Washington Post. Nationwide civil unrest, no kings protest in U.S. cities. That's in the Guardian. Militarization in the UK, okay, and rise in state security measures. That's gov.uk. Economic collapse, poverty, and societal fear in the United States. PBS.org. These events are the signs of Babylon the Great shaking. Esau's system, the self-proclaimed YT man, are crumbling. His system is crumbling. The elect of Israel, all you so-called niggas, Latinos, and Native Americans, and you just mingle within the other heathen nations, may look like the other heathen nations. You have some elect, okay, there as well, okay, because all of Israel does not look like John Shaft, okay. You got some that may look like Edomites, but in fact, if their lineage go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, they are Israelites, okay, Hebrew Israelites. So the elect must remain steadfast and discerning. And that's how you discern by reading the scriptures, eating the whole roll, okay, the whole book, okay. Then shall a righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him. That's in Wisdom of Solomon, 5th chapter 1 and 2 in the Apocryphal Bible. The elect will stand boldly despite chaos and tribulation. You are preserved. The shortening of the days ensures your survival and readiness for the kingdom. Go and you shall receive. Pray for a few days until you, that they may be shortened. The kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch, okay? 2 Ezra 2 and 13. Okay? Alright, so the elect of Israel, so-called Latinos, and Native Americans, you see the signs. You got the National Guard across America. Okay? You got civil unrest, protests, economic instability, militarization, and surveillance in the UK. Okay, you got natural disasters, moral decay, and distress in nations. All these signs indicate the days are shortened. For who? For the elect's sake. Okay, so Shalom. Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kakudas, the water to Yahweh. Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kakudas will allow me to get this lesson now. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, one Yahweh Shai. Okay, and our apostles and elder bishops of great millstone who will and who has the 100% truth. Okay, the days are being shortened. There's a lot going on. Okay, there's a lot that's going on right now, and this signifies the end of the so-called white team man's rulership. Okay, turmoil all over the earth, wars and rumors of wars. Okay, this place is spiraling out of control, and that's what we want. That's what we seek. These are signs for the elect. Okay, so lift your head up. Okay, our redemption draw at nigh. And with that, the Shalom.